Welcome to the virtual college exploration for all Pennsylvania students, sponsored by the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling and StriveScan. PACAC is a nonprofit association comprised of more than 1,200 school counselors, college admission counselors, independent educational consultants, and other professionals responsible for guiding students through the important transition from high school to post-secondary education. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button to type on your screen to type questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off. The panelists cannot hear or see you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at pacac.org. The presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week, again at the same website, pacac.org. I'd like to now turn it over to our presenters, and you are here to learn a little bit more about Western Pennsylvania Community Colleges. All right, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Elizabeth Strinkowski. I am the Director of Enrollment Management at the Community College of Allegheny County. We have with us today 4 of our 5 community colleges, which are located in the western part of the state. We have with us today Butler County Community College, Community College of Allegheny County, Penn Highlands Community College, and Westmoreland County Community College. We will be presenting for you information today as to why attend a community college, all the benefits and the great things that we have to offer you as a potential student, covering the gamut from transferability, the whole way through to programs of study and the uniqueness of the different institutions. Today's agenda, as you will see, Danielle has put up, we are welcoming you, which we're doing now, benefits to you. We're going to cover our locations in case you're not familiar with where we're located. Most of us do have virtual colleges, so location doesn't almost matter too much anymore. Why we're affordable and the value, okay, that you get for your tuition dollars at community colleges, unique academic programs that we offer, career preparation, the transferability of credits, student support, student life, in other words, outside of the classroom, what happens outside of our classrooms. We're not just a commuting building that you come to and leave when you're done with your classes. We have a lot of student support and student life. And also, if you're currently a high school student, the programming that we have available to you. We will have the opportunity, along with the chat that Julia just put up, to go into questions and answers. So at that point, I will turn it over to Morgan. It's all yours.
All right, well, welcome everyone. My name is Morgan Rizzardi, and I am the Associate Director of Butler County Community College. It's a pleasure to have you here today and share some information about our community colleges in the western side of Pennsylvania. As Dr. Strinkowski mentioned, we will be answering questions at the end, so be sure to jot down questions throughout. But if you do have a burning question, you can go ahead and put that in the chat box. We do have that monitored by one of our colleagues here, and she's going to be sharing out some questions throughout the presentation. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started with the next slide. So why should you consider attending a community college? So a lot of things to note here. One of the major things that I do speak to when I talk to students is that we have an open admissions policy at community colleges. So what that means is, as long as you graduate with a high school diploma or the equivalent of a high school diploma, or you have the ability to benefit from a community college education, you can attend. So we do not require students to meet certain SAT score requirements. We don't require letters of recommendation or essays. We really want students to come to the community college and benefit from the multiple programs that we have available. We also have very small class sizes. I know at BC3, our class sizes are probably even smaller than at CCAC, but for example, our average class size is 18 students per one faculty member. So you really do get a really hands-on experience in our programs. You get to meet the faculty, you get to know the students that are in your class very well. And I think that's why a lot of students like coming to a community college, because they aren't a number, they are a name at our institutions. We also do have great faculty interaction. A lot of our faculty members are experts in their fields. They are able to bring real life experience into the classroom and share that with the students. So that's another huge perk of a community college education. They value teaching over everything else. We do offer very flexible scheduling of classes. So right now, especially since we're living in a very strange world, we have classes that are online, remote, blended. We have classes in the daytime, in the evening. So really, we are able to accommodate a variety of different class schedules. So we work with students that are traditional age, coming from high school, all the way through more non-traditional returning adult students that are trying to re-career. So we do offer a lot of part-time offerings as well as full-time offerings, depending on what the student's needs are. We're going to talk a little bit more about our locations. We're very accessible across the western side of the state of Pennsylvania. You'll see between all of us, we do cover a lot of territory and a lot of ground. And as mentioned, we are very affordable. That is something that I always talk to students about, is the fact that when you're looking at cost in higher education today, you will compare our cost to other institutions and you will see that there is a ton of cost savings. Finally, we do welcome international students at 3 of our locations, CCAC, BC3, and Westmoreland. So we do have diverse campuses and are always welcoming of new international students. And we do also all have offices of military and veteran affairs. So we do embrace diversity at the community college and welcome all students to come and benefit from our educational experiences. So Butler County Community College is where I work. We shorten our name to BC3 because it rolls off the tongue a little bit easier. We are the most northwestern community college in the state currently. And so you can see there where we're located. Our main campus is in Butler Township, but we also do have a location, BC3 at Cranberry, which is in Cranberry Township, which is the southern part of Butler County. Aside from that, we have locations in Mercer County, which is known as BC3 at Linden Point. We have a location in Newcastle, which is known as BC3 at Lawrence Crossing. We're in Armstrong County in Ford City, right across from Lenape Tech. We have a site there, which is BC3 at Armstrong. And our furthest site away and our newest site at that is BC3 at Brockway in Jefferson County, which covers Clarion, Jefferson, Elk, and Clearfield counties. So as you can see, BC3 expands a lot of territory. We have approximately 3,000 credit-bearing students across all of our locations, but we do offer a lot of non-credit options as well.
Okay, this is the layout of Community College of Allegheny County. We're more or less in right down, obviously, okay, from Butler County Community College. We actually house 4 main campuses and 4 centers, okay? The North Campus, as you can see, is located in the upper part of the county. It is off Route 19, kind of in between Wexford and Westview, kind of depending on what part of 19 you're on. Allegheny Campus, which is the North Shore location. If you stand underneath the PNC sign or the highest field sign, look straight up on the hill, you'll see a big CCAC up there. It has expanded tremendously in terms of the amount of buildings and the offerings that are held there. Boyce Campus is the farthest eastern location that we have. It is located in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Any of you who have been to Boyce Park or any of the activities at that ski area, we're right over the hill from that. And then, of course, South Campus. South is directly behind Century 3 Mall and is off of Route 51 and services all of the schools and the non-traditional markets in the southern part of the state. In addition to that, we have 4 centers. The West Hill Center is primarily the trades area. You can take classes there, okay? But in order to actually complete your trade program, all of our trade programs are actually housed through the West Hill Center, but you still can take your general education and liberal arts courses there as well. So if that's closer, that works for you. We're kind of everywhere you can possibly think of in Allegheny County. Homewood Brushton is right outside, is actually in the city, right out on the corner of Oakland. If any of you are familiar with the Oakland Bakery Square area, we're in that part of the country. And the Braddock Hill Center is located directly in the heart of Forest Hills, okay, which may not mean something to all of you, but it is a location that's also very, very centralized, okay? The Washington County Center is the only one that's actually out of Allegheny County, but is part of the Community College of Allegheny County at a request from the Washington County government officials for us to move a center there. It is located actually in Washington Crown Center, which is a big mall in that area. So that's all of our locations. Primarily the centers are focused to completing degrees and the campuses, and the centers are more or less to get you started to take any liberal arts courses or side courses that you need to take. So eventually you'll have to go to one of the campuses to get your degree, with the exception of the trade programs, which are totally housed at the West Hill Center. Okay, that's CCAC. Penn Highlands, it's all yours.
Good afternoon. My name is Tim. I'm with Penn Highlands Community College. We have also, like the other community colleges, we have several locations located within 4 counties. Our main campus, which is our Richland campus, is located in Cambria County in the city of Johnstown. We also have a educational center also in Cambria County, which is our Evansburg Center. We are probably about 20-minute drive from that location. Our other locations, or our other education centers, are located in Blair County, Huntington County, and Somerset. So again, those, so we are kind of spread out in a 4-county radius. All of our programs that we offer are offered at our Richland campus here in Johnstown, and then we have select programs offered at our centers. So some students, depending on your location, you may need to travel, more of the technical based programs, possibly to Johnstown here to finish some courses. And then some programs can be completed completely at those centers. And that information is on our website. So yeah, like to turn it over to Westmoreland.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Lee, and I am one of the coordinators of admission at our Youngwood campus for Westmoreland. Like Butler, we shorten our name to Westmoreland. Talks a little bit easier than Westmoreland County Community College. We have 8 locations serving all of Westmoreland, Fayette, and Indiana counties. Our main campus is located in Youngwood, and it includes the brand new Student Achievement Center that you see pictured below here, which includes our Enrollment Center, our Tutoring Center, an Event Center, and plenty of student spaces you'll see pictured on the right-hand side there with all of the computers, as well as our cafe, cafeteria, and student life area. Our Health and Culinary Center and our Science Innovation Center are also located at the Youngwood campus. About 10 minutes away from the main campus is our Advanced Technology Center, or ATC for short. That is where we house all of our trade programs, such as welding, HVAC, electrician. We have a new program for plumbing, welding, many others. We also have some new programs with additive manufacturing and 3D printing that are housed there. And what's unique about our Advanced Technology Center is that there are businesses working side by side with our student classrooms. So there's great opportunities for students to engage in possible job opportunities while they're still learning and getting that hands-on training. In addition to those 2 campuses, we also have education centers serving in Latrobe, New Kensington, Indiana, Fayette, and Murraysville. So all those education centers offer, again, many of the classes. Our nursing program is located at the Youngwood campus as well as the Indiana campus. Other than that, our culinary programs and our health professions are located at our main campus in Youngwood. At this point in time, As mentioned earlier, with everything going on, we do have a lot of our courses online, but we do have certain programs that are being housed on ground and continue to plan to be for the spring. So to get started talking a little bit more past our campuses, as a student deserve a great opportunity for education without signing up for a lifetime of debt. There's a lot of talk out there about student loan debt and how it really sets you behind when you're graduating, trying to go out and get a job. How am I going to pay those bills? How am I going to make it happen? Especially if you're looking at a field where you're going to be starting at entry-level position. So did you know that among students who graduated with their associate degree or a public two-year institution, 59% took out no student loans, which is awesome. So community colleges are really proud of the fact that we work hard to keep the cost down for students and keep tuition low. I know we all vary across the board, but we all offer an in-county rate for students who live in the counties in which we house our institutions, as well as out-of-county rate and out-of-state rates. However, any of those rates are still really reasonable and really a great attempt at keeping that cost down for you as students. So that low tuition and fees, we offer payment plans every semester, which is wonderful. Obviously, we encourage everyone to fill out their FAFSA or FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid. If you don't know that term already, you will soon. We encourage everyone to complete that. Even if you're not sure if you're eligible for something, it's really important that you complete that so we can find out what you are eligible for scholarships and other things on each campus that are unique to each of our colleges. So in addition to those payment plans, scholarship opportunities, I already mentioned the FAFSA. In addition to that, the Pell and FIA grants, which are unique, is something that's unique to you as students living in Pennsylvania, as well as grants and private loans. Also third-party agencies, so the Pittsburgh Job Corps, Pittsburgh Promise, Career Link, and employer-sponsored. I know at Westmoreland, we have some unique opportunities for students through Adelphi and some of the other local programs where actually students can come to us and not have to worry about tuition. That's taken care of through the partnership that we have with some of the schools and businesses. So the important thing to drive home here is that you guys ask questions as students. Talk to your institution, talk about what kind of opportunities there are out there, because there is an opportunity for an affordable education for every student with the community college.
So now we're going to talk a little bit about unique academic programs at each one of our institutions. In general, we all have wonderful options for students and some similarities across the board. So I know a lot of students that apply to BC3 apply as a general studies student because they want to get some basic courses out of the way to transfer, or they're just plain undecided, and that's okay. I think all of us probably have a program like that. But each one of us also have specializations and very unique programs that we offer too. So we thought with our time today that we would highlight a few of those. At BC3, we do offer 56 associate degree programs and 22 certificate programs across 4 academic divisions. Those divisions are Division of Nursing and Allied Health, Humanities and Social Science, Business, and STEM. So the first program listed here is metrology, and sometimes people look at that and they think that it's meteorology, but I always have to correct them. That is metrology, and that is the study of precise measurements. So in the photo here, you can actually see our lead professor there in the red, Dr. Kevin Rudiger. He is a wonderful instructor, and this is a very well-known program. We have had students that have came internationally to take on our metrology program. We do have a lab on campus here at BC3, and it is a lab that has no motion in it. So with metrology, you do have to get very precise measurements. And so if there's any motion, that could screw things up. So you can see the gentleman there in our lab doing some different measurements and techniques towards metrology. This particular program, students are sought after. They are finding jobs right away. We definitely have a very robust network, and I feel like this is a program that's kind of a hidden gem at BC3. They do work with engineers in manufacturing companies, to name a few of the businesses that we partner with. The Park and Recreation Management Program is also unique. You can see the smiling face of Mr. Chris Calhoun right there in the front, who is our program director. They do go out on the river, kayaking adventures, water rescue. They learn a lot of different first aid, a lot of different techniques. Being in Western Pennsylvania, we have a lot of national forest land. So some of the students that graduate from this program will find themselves employed with the national forest, but other students have gone further away. And I think he even has someone working at Yellowstone Park right now. So I think it's a pretty unique program. If you like outdoors and being outdoors, that's something that we do have to offer here at BC3. And then finally, I also wanted to share a little bit about our photography program, which is housed at our BC3 at Cranberry location. We do have a dark room down there and a facility set up for photography, graphic design, and video and audio production. So that's kind of our creative and digital arts center of BC3. And so it's a very unique program in a sense that there are no, at least that I know of, associate degree grading programs in photography in our area. So we have had a lot of students that have came to this either for fun or to actually make a career out of their degree in photography. So that's just a highlight of some of the programs that we do offer at BC3 that are unique.
Okay, as Morgan had indicated, all of us have those general education, psychology, sociology, English types of courses, but we thought we'd spend some time with you today and talking a little bit more about the uniqueness of several career paths that we do have, okay? What you have listed here on that left side are all of what we call our mega majors, and just about anything you fall in line, okay, with that, with arts and humanities, all of the business degrees that you may be interested in, educational, social, behavioral sciences. The thing that we are most commonly known for is our allied health programs in terms of the certificates and degrees. Those programs are primarily housed out of Boyce Campus in Monroeville. But the important thing for you to understand is that you can take your general education courses leading up to your specific major at any of the centers or the campuses. So you don't necessarily need to come to Monroeville for the entire program. They're usually the last year or so. There are certificates as well as degrees. Industry today, yes, is interested in you having an associate degree. However, many of them are also purely interested in a certificate where you can show them what you know how to do. So the certificates that we offer through the allied health programs are like your phlebotomy certificates, your surge tech, central service tech, those types of programs are certificated programs. The science, technology, engineering, and math is pretty, I think you've probably all heard STEM over and over again, okay, throughout your high school years. And those are all of the math and engineering classes. Those are primarily held at the South Campus. And then certainly last but not least is our skilled trades and services area. Once again, does not necessarily have to have a degree. There are a lot of certificate programs that are offered through CCAC. And if it doesn't necessarily apply to you, you may know someone in your family or a friend or neighbor who needs to go back and get retrained in doing something due to their loss of job with COVID or some other unfortunate circumstances. We have evening classes, we have weekend classes out there, we have Saturday and Sunday classes, we have even what is called a midnight welding program, where we actually train welders at midnight until 8 o'clock in the morning because the demand is so high. So you name the skilled trade area in terms of carpentry, electrician, welding, auto mechanics, which is sponsored by the top 3, okay, manufacturers. Those are all housed out at the West Hill Center. They do require that you have what we call limited enrollment. So you do need to do 2 applications, one just to apply to CCAC, and then the other one to get into the allied health or the skilled trades program. But once you actually apply to the college, then we take you through the rest of the tracks of what you need to apply to the specific programs. So once again, community college, we're all things to all people. You name the major and we pretty much have them covered. Okay.
All right, thank you. And yeah, for Penn Highlands, like we covered previously, we also offer a lot of the universal or general type programs, business, accounting, criminal justice, networking, those type of programs. But some more of the unique programs that Penn Highlands offers would be histotechnology, which is basically kind of training for lab work and biopsies, things like that. And we actually run that program in conjunction with the local hospital here in Johnstown. Another program that we have in partnership with a other company would be our electric utilities technology program, which basically is a training program for to teach students how to maintain a electric substation. That program is actually run in conjunction with First Energy. So that is another great program. Another program that's a little bit unique for Penn Highlands, we've had this program just for a few years, probably 3-4 years now, is our media production program. This program basically instructs or teaches students how to work in the TV and radio broadcasting sector. Our instructor has about 20 years experience in that. So he comes with a lot of industry kind of expertise, has a lot of collaboration with our local TV and radio broadcasting companies. So a lot of hands-on work. The students get to do, online training, kind of like internship type stuff. And then probably a news program that Penn Highlands has is our agricultural program. We actually offer two programs, or two types of programs. We have an associate's degree, which is a 2-year program. And we also have a certificate, which is a 1-year program. We started the certificate last year. And then this is actually the first year for our associate's degree. That program has an emphasis on the sustainable agricultural kind of field. So it's basically hydroponics, which is growing plants in water, and then kind of the whole cycle, how to maintain those plants, and basically clean agricultural, regenerates itself, things like that. So we have a lab for that program. That's our news program. So we're excited to kind of get that off the ground this year. So, all right.
All right. So for Westmoreland, we have over 130 different degree, diploma, and certificate programs. Again, offering those 3 levels of education opportunity with, of course, different amounts of credits required for each level. But a lot of our programs we like to call stackable credentials. So that means you can start with a certificate program, and if you complete that and decide you want to keep going, you can take a few more classes and earn a diploma, and then you can continue on from there, take a few more classes and earn a full degree in a field. Some of our most popular programs include our health professions, our general transfer studies, and our manufacturing technology. We're proud to say that we are currently ranked #1 in online programs among 2-year colleges in Pennsylvania for the 2nd straight year, which has really proven to be key in the sense that obviously with the virtual learning that has happened during 2020, our faculty were prepared to kind of switch over and be able to handle the needs of the students. 3 unique programs that we do offer that are pictured here. One of those health professions, as I mentioned, which is popular programs for us, is the dental hygiene and dental assisting program, as well as the EFTA certification that we offer. So what is unique about these programs? There's a dental assisting diploma. We have the dental hygiene full associate degree, as well as a combined program for the 2. And what's really neat and unique about this is that our clinic is actually on our Youngwood campus. So patients from the community are able to come and get cleanings and exams right on campus, which is great for serving the community, as well as excellent practice for our students. The full dental hygiene degree is 2 full years with special admittance. I believe, as Liz mentioned earlier, with the health programs, that's something that is a separate application process, as well as prerequisites required prior to that. But really great programs, both of those. The second one is our culinary arts program, and our culinary arts program is actually ranked #1 in the state of Pennsylvania and 40th across the country, which is awesome. We're really proud of that. And within the culinary arts program, in the picture you'll see here in the white hat, we have Chef Schmucker. He is one of our awesome faculty members, all of which currently or previously worked in the culinary field. Chef Schmucker has some really amazing credentials. In addition to owning his own restaurant currently, he's actually been the private chef for the Steelers, as well as U2 and some other amazing names that you would know. But within that culinary arts program, we actually have an apprenticeship option and a non-apprenticeship option. Within the apprenticeship option, something that's really unique is some of our partners, including Nemacolin and Seven Springs, will actually provide housing to the students who are in that program. So they have the opportunity to live there, to work, be earning a paycheck, as well as then taking the courses typically 1 day a week at the Youngwood campus. So it's really great to be getting that experience and learning that hands-on having that ability, and of course earning the paycheck while coming to school, which is great. And then the third picture featured here is our additive manufacturing. So that is a newer program for us at Westmoreland at the Advanced Technology Center, but something that is a really growing industry. A lot of people know a lot about 3D printing. So this kind of opens that door to talk a little bit about additive manufacturing. But this is really a growing field that looks at, instead of taking away different pieces to create something, adding pieces to create something bigger. So it's the same concept as that 3D printing, where you're really building things from nothing instead of having to take something and chip away to create it. Additive manufacturing has seen a lot of different fields and is actually being used at a growing rate in the health professions field, which is really awesome. So it allows the opportunity for some of our programs to kind of overlap as well. And that's Westmoreland. So to talk a little bit about workforce training. So we've all talked a little bit about some of those workforce programs, diplomas, workplace certificates, and some interesting things to know about being trained in programs that are for the workforce. So community colleges are committed to helping area businesses and the industries that are important to, especially the Western Pennsylvania area, to develop. And to maintain a skilled workforce, to remain competitive in this ever-changing world. So trends within workforce development offer ways for community colleges to really meet these challenges, which is great. There's an increasing demand for short-term certificates and quick entry into those labor markets for greater development. And again, that ties in with those industry certified credentials that we talked a little bit about. There are increasing efforts to integrate credit as well as non-credit workforce training programs. And that is something that really community colleges have done for a long time, but have been able to adapt and develop into even more successful programs for our students like you. So across industries, employers are increasingly looking for strong workforce readiness and soft skills. So for instance, the ability to communicate, work in teams, and take initiative. That businesses are really looking for in their prospective hires. In some instances, employers have even suggested that a robust set of soft skills is equally important to having the use of technology and the skills learned specifically for the job. So we as colleges are really trying to embed workforce readiness skills right into the workforce training curriculum and instruction so that students are really prepared for that. Some of those areas that's considered in: healthcare, business, information technology, STEM, as we mentioned earlier, and those skilled trade programs. All of those are great opportunities for workforce development and high in demand jobs.
So another thing that community colleges are known for is the transferability of our credits. And so a lot of people come to us and say, if I were to start at BC3 or Westmoreland, Penn Highlands, CCAC, what are my options beyond? And I usually tell them their options are fairly endless anymore. We do have partnerships with public institutions, private institutions, state-related online schools. So I always encourage students to speak to the schools if they know where they're going, their transfer destination, to get an idea if their program is going to be a seamless transfer, or if they could take even a year of classes at BC3 before, or CCAC or whatnot, before they go into their fields for a bachelor's degree. So one of the things that we all share is we have program to program agreements with the 14 Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education universities. So in short, those are called PACAC, and you can see some of those institutions listed on the slide. We have Slippery Rock, Cal U, Edinburgh, IUP, and Clarion, many more across the state of Pennsylvania, that our students are able to take a full degree here at one of the community colleges and transfer those credits on with a seamless transfer, walk onto those campuses as college juniors and have no worries. I know here at BC3, there's 12 programs that we offer that we can say that for, but I know each one of the institutions may offer a different amount of programs in that regard. We do work very closely with private colleges and universities. So I know in our service area, a lot of students have chosen to go to La Roche. They have a great program there, Chatham, Carlow. Like I said, the options really are endless. The state-related universities, that would be your Pitt, your Penn State, your Temple universities. those folks will take our credits as well. And then finally, we do have our online colleges and universities that we partner with and work very closely. So I always recommend students have a plan and start making that plan as soon as they arrive on the community college campus if their plan is to transfer, but understand that plans do change. And we do work very closely. These transfer counselors from these four-year schools do come to our locations for transfer days and events to meet with our students. And then finally, we work with each other. I have talked to several students that are interested in Westmoreland's programs in dental hygiene. I've talked to people that are interested in CCAC's program in sonography. So we really do work as a collective unit, even as community colleges. And I think that's an important thing to know as we are growing and developing our programs together.
Okay.
So as far as student services, we care about you just as much outside of the classroom as we do in the classroom. And I would say across the board, we all have services of these types. So when you arrive at our campuses, you'll have an academic advisor that'll walk you through building a class schedule and will really be there to coach and support you through your time at the community college. We also do offer career counseling. So some students want to know, how to develop a cover letter or a resume. And so therefore we do have an office completely dedicated to helping students in that next step. We have transfer counselors on our campuses that help connect you to the transfer counselors and admissions offices at the other colleges and universities. Our student success coaches are there to help you with things such as time management, study skills, test anxiety, all of those things our student success coaches are available for. And we often offer free tutoring, both online and in person, to our students. So you're able to come to a community college if you need some extra support in one of your classes, sign up for that free tutoring and utilize that to help you be successful in your classes. We do have offices of access and disability support. So if you're a student that are coming to us with an IEP from high school, we're able to look at that and help provide accommodations to you to be successful at the community college. And we also do have campus libraries and other facilities. So sometimes when people think of community college campuses, they oftentimes think of one building. So I did put a photo there of our most recently renovated building on campus, which is our Heaton Family Learning Commons. And that is our library on BC3's campus. So I always encourage students to visit campuses when they can, take a campus tour, meet with the admissions staff, and really kind of envision yourself at that location. So we're all doing something different during this time frame, but please reach out to us individually to talk more in depth about our campus environment, as well as some of the services we provide to you.
All right, so another important aspect of college is also not only the coursework, but also to be involved in college. That can be organizations, clubs, or athletics. I know with Penn Highlands, we have two honor societies, PTK and Sigma Alpha Pi. We also have, like most, all the community colleges, we have several athletics programs. Now Penn Highlands is one of actually is the youngest community college in PA. So we, don't have probably as much as athletics as some of the other schools. We offer volleyball, basketball, bowling, cross country, but there are many other, athletic programs that are available to students, when attending college here. On top of those athletic programs, there's also different organizations and clubs. With Penn Highlands, we offer about 25 different organizations. Some of them are specific to programs, like Education Club or the Media Production Club, and then some of them are just general clubs. And we've students, if they're interested in starting a club, whether it's theater or anything, we encourage that. And, we'll work with a student by providing an advisor, things like that to get those clubs started. We belong to the NJCAA Association. So the community colleges actually do compete against each other. With Penn Highlands, that would be the basketball and volleyball programs. So we do travel, throughout the state and even out of state in some situations to compete. It's great for the, the players. It allows them to, kind of build that relationship with the school and their teammates. You know, and a lot of our students I know do continue on and play, you know, when they do transfer into, you know, four-year schools. So, you know, that not only with Penn Highlands, but that also opens up the, you know, the option to continue on and you know, play with other schools. And so another important or kind of aspect that community colleges can provide, we call it, Penn Highlands actually calls it the ACE program, or Accelerated College Education, probably better known as dual enrollment. And this program is basically offered to students that are still in high school. So, you know, typically sophomore, juniors, and seniors take, you know, advantage of these programs. Some of these programs or some of these courses are offered in the school. So you can actually take, you know, maybe if you're taking an English class your junior or senior year, that class may be eligible to receive college credit. Other options would be you can, you know, contact your local community college and actually take courses directly with them, whether that's an evening class, maybe on campus, or an online class. They're great options. You know, when we meet with students in high school and we, you know, if we can determine they're eligible for even 9 or 12 credits, which is 3 or 4 classes, if you can get that out of the way before you, you know, start your college kind of program, that not only may shorten your program, it also will lessen your college costs over time. And oftentimes it allows you to lighten your load. So instead of taking 15 or 18 credits a semester, you know, you can drop down and take 12 or 15, which, you know, for a lot of students, that's, you know, very good manageable schedule. So yeah, if you are still in high school and you have the opportunity to take those credits, definitely reach out to the admissions office, you know, at your local community college and see what options are there for you, or your guidance office. They work with the admissions representatives at all the schools. Very familiar with what, you know, what options are there for you. You know, but great program, generally known as dual enrollment. But you know, check that out if you have the opportunity to take a few classes while in high school. Definitely highly recommend that.
Okay, I think in terms of the wrap up, all right, hopefully if you had any questions, you submitted them into the chat so you could get specific answers. However, if you were unable to do that or think about something afterwards, what we have on this screen is our contact information. I think as many of you know, our colleges are not necessarily open at 100% as they had been in previous times. Hopefully that'll be changing by our spring semesters in January. Currently, all of our institutions are doing virtual classes. We're doing on-campus classes. We're doing Zoom sessions and specifically straight online, which, you know, you can do any time of the day or night that you choose to. It doesn't have to be a specific time of the day. The fastest way to reach us is to actually go into these emails. These are general admissions email boxes. You can ask your specific questions. If you want to leave a message, if someone doesn't answer that line, leave a message, someone will get back to you within 48 hours. So we have Penn Highlands information up, Westmoreland's, so you may want to copy it down. And if you want to go back one, Hannah, yeah, Butler County and CCAC's information. So whichever program, whichever community college you feel is closest to you or meets your career goals and needs. Keep in mind the fact that territory doesn't have a lot to do with it anymore with everything that's going on with the ability to do virtual classes. So you may want to start at one institution and then transfer to another community college within the system, depending on what your needs are. So that's our contact information. Anything else that I forgot, team?
No, I think we're close to quitting time here. It's about 1 minute till. So if you do have questions that you entered into the chat feature and we didn't get a chance to answer them, we will be in touch individually with you after the session. Danielle, did we have anything?
Hi guys, no, we haven't had anybody ask any questions yet.
Okay. Well, please feel free to reach out to any one of us. We are happy to help and support you throughout your educational time. As you can see, from high school right on through, we have a lot of opportunities and options for you. Thanks for attending, everybody.
Thank you.
Stay well.
Thank you.
Stay well. Good luck in your future.
Okay, I am going to actually share my screen for one more time, one more moment for our students.
Okay.
Okay, we thank you all for joining us today, and we thank this wonderful panel. I'm a high school counselor, and I actually learned a lot, and I'm thinking, boy, that would be nice if you guys did that for some of our students too. So I might be getting in touch with some of you guys. But you as the participants will be getting a quick survey when you close this window. It's just 4 short questions, so please answer those. Again, if you want to sign up for more sessions, please check out www.pacac.org/virtual, and a recording of this session will be available for students in about a week at the PACAC website. So again, thank you students for joining us, and thank you panelists for sharing your expertise. We appreciate it. Take care, everyone. Be well. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Julie.
Everyone.
Bye.
You all want to stay on a minute?
I think I have to end the meeting because
You have to end the session. I'm sorry. That's right, Julie. I'm sorry. We forgot.
No worries. See you guys.